growth is hard, growth is difficult, but in the end, you are going to be the best version of you. So, self-awareness requires, number one, the aid of other people. You can't begin to fully understand yourself if you don't know how you are being perceived. Mic drop, right? I don't know about you, but you ever, there was this meme that I seen the other day that said how your face can be like completely blatant. There's nothing exciting about it. You're not smiling, you're not mean mugging, but you're just being, you're just minding your own business, listening to your music. And on the side of this picture, there was an image of that Neo album. Oh, I forget the song, but it was like some love song or whatever. And I found that to be so funny because in your mind, you're contemplating life. In your mind, you're thinking, man, like this song really has me in my emotions. This song really has me in my feelings. But yet on the outside, it looks like I'm upset. On the outside, it looks like you're really pissed off and unapproachable. I mean, how often do we get misinterpreted? I mean, tell me in the comments, is that something that you deal with all the time? How do you approach that? What do you do when that happens? Shoot, I don't know about y'all. I try to be friendly whenever I can. I try to, all the time. Oh, yes. All the time. I try to be friendly. I try to be nice to everybody. I try to, just make sure I'm giving off good vibes because I want to receive good vibes to me. So, but as you know, it's not all the time that what we dish out is what we're actually dishing out. You talking about me? Oh man, thanks T. Man, I'm serious. Like, I don't know about y'all, but it can be really, a little aggravating to have people say, hey, like, why you mean mugging? It's like, dude, I'm just minding my business. I'm chilling. Like, what are you talking about? So anyways, that was my first point. In order to be self-aware, you need the aid of other people. My last tidbit to that point would be, we've never seen our face. Think about it. You've only seen reflections of your face. Everybody else actually sees your face. They can actually see all of the features. They can actually see the distance between your eyes. You, my friend, need a mirror. You, my friend, need a reflection in order to see you. So who in your life can be used as that reflection? Who in your life can be used as people to guide you, to make you aware of your attributes? Hey sister, I've always been viewed as an aggressive person, but once you get to know me a little bit, you can tell I'm completely different from my facial expressions. Yes, Dennis, you are a sweetheart. And I've been privileged to meet you. We've crossed paths before, and I wish you all the best, my friend. But yes, I can see why people would say that you're aggressive, but that's not the case at all. You're such a sweetheart. Oh man. So that was my first point. Second point. Okay, y'all ready for this? You need to be brutally honest with yourself. Brutally honest. I mean, don't tell yourself what you like to hear. Don't tell yourself, oh, I wish I could be like this, or I'm striving to be like that. I mean, absolutely you can be, don't get me wrong, but you have to be brutally honest with yourself. It takes courage to do that. It takes courage to embrace all of you. We are a walking dichotomy. We are not just the good things, but we are also, some negative things. It depends on your perception of negative, but, we're not going to get into that. Yes, self-mastery, exactly. You have to be brutally honest with you. You can't begin to course correct if you don't know what you're working with. So face the man in the mirror, okay? Third tip on the journey to self-awareness. You have to welcome critique. And this ties in both points, but I thought it was important enough to stress. You have to be welcoming of critique. I have a good friend of mine who's always telling me, yo, B, you're doing X, Y, and Z. You need to chill out with that. And it's like, don't tell me what to do. You ain't my dad. Right? You ain't my dad, but I need that. I need that feedback to know what type of energy I'm putting out. I need that feedback to know, what I'm doing. You don't know what you don't know. So if somebody else can help you out on that journey, well, it's only for your betterment, right? So, self-awareness requires the aid of other people. You need to be brutally honest with yourself and be welcoming to critique. And I do have a bonus, okay, because I was feeling, spiffy today. Use your perceived weaknesses as strengths. I'm going to say that again. Some people can't take it. Oof. Some people can't. But, take it sparingly. If you're good friends with that person, just say, hey, just let me know nicely. Okay, you ain't got to beat me up with myself now, but just let me know in a way that I can receive the message that you're saying. But yes, good point, Dennis. Use your perceived weaknesses as strengths. I can't begin to tell you, when somebody said this to me, I was like, whoa, I can do that? Really, I can do that? It was a mind-blown moment for me. Let me tell you what. One perceived weakness of mine that I have, I try to get better at it. It's being perfect, trying to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. Anything that I touch, I want it to be just right. Any project that I do, I want it to be just right. But as we all know, perfection does not exist. And sometimes your girl be struggling. Because if I could put a definition to perfection, you got me right here. You won't need Webster, you need Bianca. Okay? Utilizing my perceived negative traits, how I can turn that into something good, how I can turn that into a strength. Well, instead of saying, you know what, B, you have an issue with perfectionism. You have, perfectionism leads to procrastination because you never think what you're doing is right enough, So in order to change the tone of my confidence, my conversation with myself, I say, hey, I stand for quality. And some of y'all will get that little insider. But yes, I stand for quality. Anything that I touch, it's going to be A1. Anything that I am involved with is going to be A1, perfecto, okay? So that is how I've turned a perceived weakness into a strength. It empowers me to know, hey, I do great work. Whatever it is I'm involved in, I make sure that it is thebomb.com. What strengths can you redefine? Think about it. Take a second and think about your quote-unquote perceived weaknesses. How can you then turn them into a strength? So these are my self-awareness tips. These are the things that I believe we need to require in order to lead us towards a better path. So without further ado, that is all I have for you guys today. I am so appreciative of you. Thank you so much for joining me for my sip and talk. Now I've done the talking, now I'm about to get the sipping. All right. Love you guys. Mwah. See you next week. Bye.